Have you ever wondered how certain individuals or groups can influence your thoughts and actions without you even realizing it? This hidden manipulation is not just a conspiracy theory, but a reality that affects many aspects of our lives. Today, we delve into the dark art of brainwashing, a powerful tool used by hidden manipulators to control and influence people. By understanding how brainwashing works, we can protect ourselves and regain our freedom of thought. Brainwashing, also known as mind control, is a method used to alter a person's beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors against their will. This manipulation is achieved through psychological techniques designed to break down an individual's identity and replace it with a new one. Historically, brainwashing has been associated with extreme political regimes, cults, and military operations. However, its relevance extends far beyond these contexts, affecting our daily lives in subtle and pervasive ways. The term brainwashing was first popularized during the Korean War, when American POWs were subjected to severe psychological tactics aimed at breaking their loyalty to the United States. These techniques included isolation, humiliation, and intense indoctrination sessions. The effects were profound, leading to the soldiers adopting new beliefs and denouncing their former allegiances. Today, brainwashing is not limited to such extreme cases. It can occur in various settings, from media and advertising to personal relationships and organizational cultures. Understanding brainwashing helps us recognize when we are being manipulated and empowers us to take control of our own minds. To understand brainwashing, we must first explore the psychological principles that make it effective. At the core of brainwashing lies the concept of cognitive dissonance, which refers to the mental discomfort experienced when holding two conflicting beliefs. Brainwashing exploits this discomfort by introducing new, contradictory information that forces the individual to reconcile the conflict by adopting a new belief system. Another key principle is repetition. Repeating a message multiple times increases its acceptance and internalization. This tactic is commonly used in advertising, where the constant bombardment of slogans and images ensures they stick in our minds. The same principle applies to brainwashing, where repeated exposure to specific ideologies can lead to their acceptance as truth. Authority is another powerful tool in brainwashing. People tend to obey authority figures, especially when they are perceived as legitimate or knowledgeable. This obedience is rooted in our social conditioning to respect and follow leaders, whether they are teachers, religious figures, or political leaders. Brainwashing techniques often involve leveraging authority to reinforce the desired beliefs and behaviors. Isolation is also crucial in brainwashing. By cutting individuals off from their usual sources of information and support, manipulators can create a controlled environment where their messages go unchallenged. Isolation can take many forms, from physical separation to emotional and psychological distancing from friends and family. Brainwashing involves a variety of tactics, each designed to break down resistance and instill new beliefs. One common tactic is isolation, where individuals are separated from their support networks and exposed exclusively to the manipulator's messages. This isolation can be physical, such as in a cult, or psychological, such as in an abusive relationship. Repetition is another critical tactic. By repeatedly exposing individuals to the same messages, brainwashers can ensure these ideas become ingrained in their minds. This constant repetition reduces the individual's ability to critically analyze the information and leads to its acceptance as truth. Fear is a powerful motivator in brainwashing. By instilling fear of punishment, ostracism, or even physical harm, manipulators can compel individuals to conform to their demands. Fear tactics create a sense of urgency and helplessness, making it difficult for individuals to resist the manipulator's influence. Dehumanization is another tactic used in brainwashing. By stripping individuals of their identity and humanity, manipulators can make them more susceptible to control. This can involve verbal abuse, humiliation, and the destruction of personal belongings or symbols of identity. Another tactic is the creation of a new identity. Brainwashers often seek to replace the individual's existing identity with a new one that aligns with their goals. This can involve changing the individual's name, appearance, and even beliefs and values. By creating a new identity, manipulators can ensure their control over the individual is complete. Recognizing brainwashing is the first step to protecting oneself from it. One of the most apparent signs is a sudden and drastic change in beliefs or behavior. If someone you know has undergone a significant shift in their personality, beliefs, or actions without a clear reason, it may be a sign of brainwashing. Another sign is isolation from friends and family. If an individual is being deliberately separated from their support network, it may be a tactic used to control and manipulate them. This isolation can be physical, such as moving to a new location, or psychological, such as being discouraged from communicating with loved ones. Fear and anxiety are also common signs of brainwashing. If an individual is constantly fearful of punishment or ostracism, it may indicate they are being controlled through fear tactics. This fear can manifest as physical symptoms, such as increased heart rate and sweating, or psychological symptoms, such as anxiety and paranoia. Another sign is a lack of critical thinking. Brainwashed individuals often accept information without question and are unable or unwilling to critically analyze it. This lack of critical thinking can be a result of repeated exposure to manipulative messages and the suppression of dissenting views. Finally, a loss of individuality is a significant sign of brainwashing. If an individual has adopted a new identity that aligns with the manipulator's goals, it may indicate they have been brainwashed. This loss of individuality can involve changes in appearance, behavior, and even values and beliefs. In today's digital age, media and technology play a significant role in brainwashing. The constant bombardment of information from various sources can overwhelm our ability to critically analyze it, making us more susceptible to manipulation. Social media platforms, in particular, are designed to keep us engaged and exposed to specific messages, often without our conscious awareness. Advertising is a prime example of how media can be used to influence our thoughts and behaviors. Advertisers use repetition, emotional appeals, and authority figures to sell products and ideas. By constantly exposing us to their messages, they can shape our perceptions and preferences. News media also plays a role in brainwashing. By selectively presenting information and framing it in a particular way, news outlets can influence public opinion and shape our understanding of events. This selective presentation of information can create a biased and distorted view of reality, making it difficult for us to see the truth. Social media platforms amplify these effects by creating echo chambers where users are exposed to information that aligns with their existing beliefs. These echo chambers reinforce our beliefs and make it difficult to consider alternative perspectives. The algorithms used by social media platforms are designed to maximize engagement by showing us content that we are likely to agree with, further reinforcing our beliefs. To understand the impact of brainwashing, it is helpful to look at some notable case studies. One of the most famous cases is that of the People's Temple, led by Jim Jones. Jones used a combination of isolation, repetition, and fear to control his followers, ultimately leading to the tragic mass suicide at Jonestown. Another case is that of North Korea, where the government uses brainwashing techniques to maintain control over its population. The regime uses propaganda, isolation, and fear to create a controlled environment where dissent is not tolerated. The effects of this brainwashing are evident in the loyalty and obedience of the North Korean people. In more recent times, the rise of online extremist groups has highlighted the power of brainwashing in the digital age. These groups use social media to spread their messages and recruit new members. By isolating individuals from their support networks and exposing them to repeated messages of hate and violence, these groups can radicalize individuals and compel them to commit acts of violence. The effects of brainwashing extend beyond individuals to impact society as a whole. When large groups of people are manipulated and controlled, it can lead to widespread social and political consequences. Brainwashing can erode trust in institutions, create division and conflict, and undermine democracy. One of the most significant impacts of brainwashing is the loss of individuality and critical thinking. When people are manipulated into adopting new beliefs and behaviors, they lose their ability to think independently and make informed decisions. This loss of individuality can lead to a society where conformity is valued over creativity and innovation. Brainwashing can also create a culture of fear and mistrust. When people are constantly fearful of punishment or ostracism, it can create a climate of suspicion and paranoia. This fear can lead to the erosion of social bonds and a breakdown in community and cooperation. Finally, brainwashing can have a profound impact on mental health. The psychological tactics used in brainwashing can cause significant emotional and psychological distress, leading to anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. The effects of brainwashing can be long-lasting, with individuals experiencing trauma and difficulty rebuilding their lives. Protecting yourself from brainwashing requires awareness and critical thinking. One of the most important steps is to educate yourself about the tactics used by manipulators. By understanding how brainwashing works, you can recognize when it is happening and take steps to protect yourself. Cultivating critical thinking is also crucial. This involves questioning the information you are exposed to and seeking out multiple perspectives. By critically analyzing information and considering alternative viewpoints, you can avoid being manipulated by biased or distorted messages. Building a strong support network is another important step. Surrounding yourself with friends and family who can provide emotional and psychological support can help you resist manipulation. These individuals can offer alternative perspectives and help you see through the tactics used by manipulators. Limiting your exposure to manipulative media is also essential. This can involve reducing your consumption of news and social media and seeking out unbiased and reliable sources of information. By being selective about the information you consume, you can reduce your susceptibility to manipulation. Finally, practicing self-care and mindfulness can help protect your mental and emotional well-being. This can involve engaging in activities that promote relaxation and stress relief, such as meditation, exercise, and spending time in nature. By taking care of your mental and emotional health, you can build resilience against the effects of brainwashing. Helping others resist brainwashing involves education and support. One of the most effective ways to empower others is to share information about brainwashing tactics and how to recognize them. By raising awareness, you can help others become more vigilant and critical of the information they are exposed to. Providing emotional and psychological support is also crucial. Many individuals who are being manipulated may feel isolated and fearful. By offering a listening ear and a supportive presence, you can help them feel less alone and more empowered to resist manipulation. Encouraging critical thinking and open dialogue is another important step. This can involve creating spaces where individuals can discuss their beliefs and perspectives without fear of judgment or ostracism. By fostering a culture of open dialogue and critical thinking, you can help create a community that is resistant to manipulation. Finally, advocating for media literacy and education is essential. By promoting programs that teach individuals how to critically analyze media and information, you can help create a society that is less susceptible to brainwashing. This can involve supporting educational initiatives, participating in community discussions, and sharing resources on media literacy. As we move forward, it is essential to remain vigilant and aware of the tactics used by manipulators. By staying informed and critical of the information we consume, we can protect ourselves and others from brainwashing. Awareness is the first step to regaining control of our minds and our lives. Empowerment comes from knowledge and action. By educating ourselves and others about brainwashing, we can create a society where critical thinking and individuality are valued. This requires a commitment to ongoing education and self-reflection, as well as a willingness to support and empower those around us. We must also advocate for greater transparency and accountability in media and technology. By demanding that information is presented fairly and accurately, we can help create a media landscape that is less susceptible to manipulation. This requires collective action and a commitment to holding those in power accountable for their actions. Finally, we must cultivate a sense of community and support. By building strong connections with those around us, we can create a network of support that can help us resist manipulation. This involves fostering relationships based on trust, respect, and open communication. Brainwashing is a powerful tool used by hidden manipulators to control and influence our thoughts and actions. By understanding how brainwashing works and recognizing its signs, we can protect ourselves and empower others to do the same. Awareness, critical thinking, and support are key to resisting manipulation and regaining our freedom of thought. Remember, the power to resist brainwashing lies within each of us. By staying informed and vigilant, we can take control of our minds and our lives. Let's commit to protecting ourselves and others from hidden manipulators and creating a society where individuality and critical thinking are valued. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on personal and spiritual growth. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and let's continue this important conversation.